It's your boy, Markio. And we back at it again with another reaction, man. Today, we got what everybody misses in the GOAT debate versus Michael Jordan versus LeBron. Let's see what they gonna say in this video, man. First and foremost, before this video start, man, who is y'all GOAT and why? Don't even say my GOAT is blah blah blah. Say my GOAT is, don't say just my GOAT is. Say my GOAT is blah blah blah. I want to explain why do you think this person is the GOAT. Be honest. Just be honest. You know what I'm saying? But make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Before we start this video again, hopefully y'all having a wonderful, blessed day again. Keep God first. I just pray that everybody that's tuned in right now to this video, I pray that a miracle come y'all way. Make sure y'all just stay happy, stay blessed, and stay ready for greatness, man. Greatness is always gonna come your way if you just let God bring that joy, that energy to your life. I love y'all. Let's grow this channel, man. Let's get it.
When you think you have heard it all, when you think you have heard every argument and every angle of this ongoing debate, I present to you a new twist, a new line of argument that could put this heated debate to rest for good. Before we get to that, let me first present the premise. Surely, you've heard many of the Michael Jordan supporters point to the 6 titles that he has over LeBron's 4 titles. I'll admit, that's a lazy argument, simply because there are a variety of factors to consider when a team wins a title. There's the fact that it's a team achievement. Then you have to consider the competition, the era they played in, and injuries, just to name a few. However, have you really considered why Michael Jordan was responsible for so much team success? Let's put aside their individual greatness, numbers, and accolades for this discussion. Let's analyze their stylistic approach to the game and how much that had to do with winning. At the beginning of their careers, they were both stuck with rosters that did not have players who could create shots for themselves well. So the Chicago Bulls and the Cleveland Cavaliers relied heavily on their star players to win games. At first, Michael's approach was to score as many points as possible. He had the energy and the skill to score at will, while effectively guarding the other team's best perimeter player. In the middle of the 1989 season, he was moved from shooting guard to point guard. He essentially always had the ball in his hands. That allowed him to average 32.5 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists that year. In LeBron's case, he worked extremely well with Cleveland's read and react offense. He was blessed with excellent basketball instincts, and he displayed a great balance of taking over games and getting others involved. The offense revolved completely around him, and they were thriving. They even had back-to-back 60-win seasons in 2009 and 2010. This is where we stop.
He could have added pieces to his team.
Their stylistic approach in the next phases of their careers. In Jordan's case, the Bulls named Phil Jackson as their head coach, and players such as Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant were starting to progress rapidly. In LeBron's case, he took his talents to South Beach and formed a super team with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. In both cases, they were in win-now situations. In both cases, they needed to adjust to make the most of the talent surrounding them. In both cases, they fell short of reaching their goals for the same reason. In part, they fell back to their old habits. In Michael's case, he averaged even more shots per game than the previous year. In LeBron's case, he did not adapt his game to Wade and Bosh well enough, and he deferred too much to his star teammates. The Miami Heat were trying to build some kind of offensive system where they can use their abundance of offensive talents to overwhelm their opponents. That explains why they were the only team to have 2 players that averaged over 25 points per game. Since they didn't reach their lofty expectations, changes needed to be made to their offensive approach. So they decided to play a half-court offense built around floor spacing for his 3-point shooters. They decided to put the ball in their best players' hands to direct the offense. The system revolved around him, and everywhere he went, he his teams were running some version of that offense. Did it work? Of course it did. 4 titles and 10 finals appearances are all the evidence we need. But he wasn't more successful than what Michael was doing in the 90s. In his case, Phil Jackson did not accommodate his playing style just because they had a bitter end to their season. The triangle offense that he implemented could only be successful if all 5 players worked in unison. Everyone needed to be involved. The system does not cater to one player.
Right.
And to his credit, he bought into the triangle offense. Instead of making Scottie Pippen sacrifice his game as Dwayne Wade needed to do, he was allowed to grow as a player. In fact, his scoring and assist numbers went up for the next 2 years. In Jordan's case, his numbers continued to go down as the years went by, with a few exceptions. For example, his assist numbers went down in the late 90s because he was no longer bringing the ball up the court. He would direct the offense from the post instead. This is more than just a personal preference of which style is better. History says that you can win a championship by revolving your offense through one player. But history also says that you can't be a dynasty that way. From Bill Russell's teams down to Steph Curry's teams, you have to be a part of a system for a team to reach immortality. For that to happen, you need certain pieces around you to succeed. That we can't deny. But your star player also needs to give a little to allow the other pieces to shine within that system. And it just always seemed like LeBron's teams could never function when he wasn't on the court.
Right. Even
when they had Hall of Fame players such as Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love, who has had multiple All-Star appearances.
Now Luka.
For this
now
next
he's to another team.
Excluding the 2018-19 season when
Mitchell?
LeBron missed the playoffs.
Steph Curry.
From 2011 to 2020, LeBron's teams went
Anthony
15 and 34 when he didn't play. How can a team that has Kyrie and Love go a combined 4 and 23 from 2015 through 2017 when James wasn't on the floor? How does that work? That is because when you take away a player who is the entire system, the team is going to be completely dysfunctional, even when the team has plenty of talent to make up the loss of one player. But that never happened with the Chicago Bulls. When Jordan retired in 1993, the Bulls went from winning 57 games to 55. In 1997, when Dennis Rodman missed 27 games, Tony Kukoc missed 25 games, and Luke Longley missed 23 games, the Bulls ended up winning 69 games.
Damn.
And when Scottie Pippen missed the first 35 games of the 1998 season, the Bulls won 24 and 11, which was the best record in the East. This team was able to thrive no matter what situation they were in. And that is because Michael Jordan was able to find ways to be himself while playing within a system. It's not out of line to question if that's why LeBron's teams could never be described as juggernauts, except for a few seasons. Just think about this. Michael Jordan was a part of 5 60-win seasons. LeBron was a part of 3. Now here's the crazy part. He only had one 60-win season after 2011 when he orchestrated multiple super teams. Here's another interesting fact. If you were to mention the greatest teams of all time, your top 10 would surely include the 1996 Bulls, the 1986 Celtics, the 1987 Lakers, the 2001 Lakers, the 1971 Bucks, the 2014 Spurs, and the 2017 Warriors. Players such as Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Steph Curry, and Tim Duncan were a part of historic teams. Shouldn't it mean something that the supposed greatest player of all time is not included on that list? Not even one time out of 21 seasons? He is not an outlier. He is not a victim of circumstance. This is all part of a pattern. There's no other way to explain that. His style of play has to hold some of the blame. If that is the case, his status as a GOAT needs to be seriously questioned. You don't have to believe that Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. Say what you want about his style of play, but you can't say the same about him.
Wow. I ain't gonna lie, being called a GOAT is very, that's a bold word. That's like that word is, you gotta use that word in the right way. The GOAT, like the GOAT, man. Like we talking about the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Bro, it's been decades. Michael Jordan haven't played in a long time. It's been decades. His new players coming in and out, coming in and out, coming in and out, coming in and out from overseas, all over the place. And Michael Jordan, to this day, 2026, what is it, June 15th, 14th, July 14th, and Michael Jordan is still in a conversation of being the GOAT. That's big. Generational. Bro, Mike haven't played in years. Years, bro. And not, bro, what? Have you did a percentage of Michael Jordan, LeBron? Michael Jordan's still up here. Up here. Like the game will tell you a lot about yourself. It don't matter what you do in life. Everything will tell you about yourself, about your work ethic, the way you approach stuff. And Michael Jordan, he was approaching things on a high level. My fault, y'all. He was approaching things on the highest level. And his peers, all his peers to this day still say Michael Jordan is the greatest player they ever witnessed play. When he stepped on the court, he gave it his all. The aura was there. Oh, my fault. But the aura was there. Everything was there. You know what I'm saying? The way he went through so much and he became the greatest, it's insane. Because Michael Jordan been through a lot. If y'all know his story, it was beautiful, you know what I'm saying? And he became the GOAT. But when it comes to the comparison of LeBron and Mike, I think we got to really stop that conversation 100%. Because LeBron, he's going into his last few seasons of basketball, and he already done with the Lakers. That was quick. He won one championship with the Lakers. He won one championship with Miami. Wait, Miami. How many got? Miami, Cavaliers, Lakers. Wait, did he win? I think he won 2 with the Miami, right? Yeah, I think. But Michael Jordan stayed loyal to his team. Michael Jordan went. He did a 3-peat. Won 3, retired, came back, won 3 again, 2-peat. You know what I'm saying? But it's levels to this, man. It's levels to this. You know what I'm saying? It's levels to this. You know? It's real levels to this. Like if you was on the basketball court right now and you seen how LeBron played and you seen how Michael Jordan played and y'all went to the park, who y'all really going to see? Y'all seen Michael Jordan highlights and y'all seen LeBron James highlights. Who y'all putting y'all money on? Who y'all betting on? Let's be honest. Come on now. And then I seen something on the media talking about it was somebody that be doing interviews. He said Michael Jordan not a leader. What? I know why they say that. They say Michael Jordan not a leader just because they say he's not a leader because he was yelling at his teammates. He was on his teammates' ass every night, every day. When somebody see that, y'all don't understand leadership. You got it. That's why when we was kids, we do something bad, we get a whooping, we get yelled at, cause we disobeying, we doing the wrong things. And Michael Jordan was doing it to his teammates. He was yelling at them. He was trying to get them better. And look where he got 6 championships. I'm gonna end on that note, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hopefully y'all have an amazing, blessed day. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video. I'm out.